What's going on, everyone? Austin John Plays here, and today I'm going to be going over how you can start the game with an Eeveelution team in Pokemon Legends Arceus. I know some people are a very big fan of Eevee, and its many various types. So first things first, where do you find Eevee? Eevee is what I like to consider a rare spawn. And if you look up here at the Horseshoe Plains, I've marked it here on the map. If we're gonna head on over there real quick. Now this pool, during the day, contains Evie and Bidoof. And I do believe Evie is significantly less common than Bidoof. As you're gonna see right here, we have two Bidoofs. At night, I believe it's Evie, Bidoof, and Drifloon. And this can be done at the beginning of the game before defeating Cleaver. This can be done in the tutorial before you even cross this bridge right here, all right? So my recommendation is, when you have these Bidoofs here, you need to clear this part of the encounter table. So because of that, we're going to clear out these Bidoofs. There's a very good chance that if you try to battle it while it's facing you, it's just gonna run away. You can also choose to catch them, whatever you wanna do. I believe these Bidoofs are only going to drop spoiled apricorns. Oh, also orange berries. So if you manage to get it from the back, then you're guaranteed to actually get, at least one hit in before it's allowed to run away. Good job, Cleaver. That's my big boy Cleaver. He's gonna be in an upcoming video. Yes, he is. And now that the two Bidoofs are gone, we're gonna just run back to base. If you're not being targeted by the Shinx, you can fast travel, although if you are being targeted, you are going to have to walk or ride back. Now, what I like to do is I'm going to sleep until nightfall. At nightfall, we're gonna get those Driflooms. If you want to farm up some Driflooms, you can, but you don't actually have to. We're gonna run back over to the location, and over here we have one Evie and one Bidoof. Fantastic. Now, without being able to get into the grass, catching the Eevee can be a little bit difficult. If you saw my video on catching Pokemon, you're probably, able to catch this just fine. I'm gonna throw down an orange berry opposite of it, and I'm gonna throw down a second berry. That way, in case Bidoof gets that first one, I'm not going to miss. I'm gonna get within catching range. Its back is to me, throw the Pokeball, and we should be good here. Fantastic, we got an Eevee. Now, in order to get another one, again, we have to clear out the encounter table. So, thanks Bidoof, made it even easier for me. Let's head back to camp, and we're gonna sleep until daytime this time. There we are, back at the same spot, two Bidoofs, clear them out. The reason these poor Bidoofs need to be cleared out is because the spawn table actually, from my findings, has to be empty in order for a new Pokemon to show up. So, Drifloon and Evie can replace the Bidoofs, but if you remove the Bidoofs, then it's guaranteed to be replacing them. Know what I mean? And the reason we're doing from daytime to nighttime, and then nighttime to daytime, instead of just doing daytime, is because there's a chance we're going to find these Driflooms here. And Driflooms, when it comes daytime, they just despawn, so it makes clearing them out even easier. Again, two Bidoofs, gotta clear them out. Now, if you have a Pokedex entry that requires you to use a certain move a specific amount of times, or to use an agile or strong style move a specific amount of times, this is a great time to grind that up while you're clearing out these low-level Pokemon. Two more Bidoofs, I'm gonna take my own advice and out this Chimchar. By the way, what moves does Chimchar need to start doing? Ember, that's it, cool. And here we go, we have another Evie, along with the Bidoof. I have seen two Eevees spawn at the same time, so just so you know, that definitely is possible. In addition, if you already have an Evie, you can use this opportunity to level it up a little bit by knocking out those Bidoofs, because these are going to be very low leveled. So you getting the experience, sending it out in battle, all those things that raise friendship are going to help you get your Umbreon and Espeon. Here's a weird thing, and I don't actually know if it's accurate or not, but it's just from my experience. So my Umbreon, right? I caught all these Eevees at level 4, level 5, level 6, etc. Umbreon, I threw out the berry, hit in the back of its head. I used it a lot in battle. It was ready to evolve by level 22. However, it knew baby doll eyes. So, because it knows a fairy type move and it reached the threshold of affection, that means it's going to evolve into Sylveon. So, you actually have to go into its moves, change its moves, and make sure that you get rid of the fairy type move. It can be literally whatever moves you want. So either you need to go to the move tutor if you don't know a 5th move already, or level it up so it knows a 5th move. Now here's the weird part. This Eevee, who I was a little bit more aggressive with when I caught it, I threw spoiled apricorns at its face, ran behind it, caught it from the back, right? It took until, what is it, level 35 for this Eevee to have high enough affection. I don't know if it's because I didn't use it enough in battle, or maybe my catching technique actually lowered its base friendship value. That might be a thing. It makes sense, it does a very painful cry. But anyways, it's daytime, it has full affection, and if we click evolve, we're gonna be getting ourselves an Espeon. I love these screens, I really do. These are such good these evolution screens are way better than they need to be, okay? By the way, if you don't know, Eevee has 3 evolutions based on its base friendship value. If you evolve it during the day, you get Espeon. Evolve it during the night, you get Umbreon. Evolve it either during the day or during the night, knowing a fairy type move, you get Sylveon. You can get Sylveon right at the beginning of the game, right? Still in the tutorial. Or you can wait until Cleaver and then just catch one. It's gonna be a level 29 when you encounter it. As far as Leafeon, Leafeon is actually going to be able to evolve via the Mossy Rock. So we're going to go head over to the Grand Tree area. By the way, after you defeat Cleaver, that does become a fast travel point. And we're going to want to make our way right about here. See this ring of trees? We're going to go right to the middle of that. And boom, here's the Mossy Rock. Now what's cool is, I mean, you can investigate it. Cool, it says the same thing it's always said. But now, you don't need to level up Eevee. Instead, you just click on it and choose to evolve. Oh wait, no. The Pokeball one I want for Eevee. And boom, Leafeon. Now, I do want to tell you that you can also catch Leafeon after you defeat Cleaver. It's your option if you want to just go to the Mossy Rock and evolve it. Even before the Heights camp, if you're able to make your way past the Alpha Babarbol over here, you can make your way to the Mossy Rock. So I believe that as soon as you start mission number 6 or 7. I think at the beginning of 7 you get Weirdeer, and at the beginning of 6 you cross the bridge. So at the beginning of mission 6, you can get yourself this Leafeon, I believe. If not, then definitely by 7. While you're still in the tutorial, the Tumblestone rocks may have a glistening color to them, and specifically the red ones are capable of dropping Firestones. So, while still in the tutorial, you can in fact get a Firestone and get yourself a Flareon. Likewise, once you cross the bridge, you are going to start seeing Sky Tumblestones. Those are the blue ones. And, like the red ones, there's a very rare chance that the blue ones are going to drop Water Stones. And boom, you can get yourself Vaporeon. So now that means, at the very beginning of the game, while still in the tutorial, you can get yourself Umbreon, Espeon, Sylveon. With rare stone drops, you can get yourself Flareon and Vaporeon. After crossing the bridge, you are going to be able to get Leafeon. Now, as you can tell, we're missing a couple. After unlocking the bridge, you are going to be getting access to the trading post over here, Simona. And if you go, I want to get items, you're going to see that Simona allows you to trade your merit points for specific evolution stones, including your missing Thunderstone over here and the Ice Stone. If you really want to, even before you get Weirdeer, you can go and you can get these satchels. Wait for them to respawn. Each satchel is going to be worth, what, between 50 and 99 merit points? And you can grind up all of those that you need for those last 2 evolution stones, which is 2,000 merit points. Let's say average is 75. That's 26 satchels, which I'm not gonna lie, that's a long time. If you really wanted to, you could grind up these satchels in order to get yourself these last 2 Eeveelutions before even getting Weirdeer. However, after you defeat Cleaver, it becomes significantly easier. After you defeat Cleaver, and if you return back to the Obsidian Fieldlands, there's an event that happens called Space-Time Distortion. See the big old thing in the sky? There's that but it's smaller and it's sort of dome-shaped. And it's a very cool mechanic, and I am going to be covering it after I cover more stuff on the Obsidian Fieldlands and Cleaver, because it's a very fun and chilling experience your first time in there. And I really don't want to tell you anything about it, because my first time in there, scared clueless. No idea what's going on. So much fun. I don't want to tell you any more about it. However, inside of those things, there's the chance you can find those 2 evolution stones. So it's your option. If you want to grind up satchels for the merit points in order to redeem them earlier, or if you want to wait until after you defeat Cleaver, or sorry, help quell Cleaver for these last 2 evolution stones. I'm also going to be completely frank with you. I did not find any ice stones in the distortion areas until... I don't think it was on the first area. I think it was much later. I know you're gifted an ice stone, so you actually may have to end up either progressing more in the story, or, I mean, listen, there's gonna be some, my favorite evolution, Umbreon. Hands down, 100% love it. Second favorite, Jolteon. Third, I don't really have a third favorite. But I know that there are going to be some people who say that, you know, Glaceon is their favorite, and they want to start at the very beginning of the game with that. And you can play this game however you choose to. So if you really want to grind up those satchels for that 1 ice stone to have your favorite Pokemon with you from the beginning of the game, it's going to be level 4, do it. All right? Live your best life, experience the game however you want to experience it. Alternatively, just for future proofing to let you know, inside of the last area where it's all snowy and stuff that you saw in the trailers, there is going to be the equivalent of the Icy Rock, and that's a place that you can just go with Eevee to evolve into Glaceon. So it's your option if you want to do that. Now, I do want to say that while this does work for getting you all of these Pokemon, there is a small reason you may want to wait until you have access to the Distortion Rifts, because at that point, you are going to be getting these Pokemon, right? However, you may also find alpha variants of Eevee, specifically in the Obsidian Fieldlands, also alpha variants of Sylveon and Leafeon. What's better than your favorite evolution? A bigger version of your favorite evolution. They are significantly larger. Here is regular Sylveon, and here is alpha Sylveon. Here is Glaceon, and here is alpha Glaceon. So, yeah, it's up to you if you want to wait until you can actually get yourself the alpha variants so that you can have significantly larger evolutions, although you may like how small and petite they are. It's completely up to you on how you want to do this. Those two are having quite the conversation. Guys, can you just sit and behave nicely like everyone else? Oh, they just don't. They just love barking up a storm, don't they? Sit. Did he sit because I sit? Is that actually a thing? Big one, are you gonna sit? Can you sit? I don't know if it did that because I did that. But you want to see one of my favorite little details? I want you to look at their heads, right? I'm gonna hide my UI, I'm gonna hide my face. And if I duck, watch their head tracking. Yep. they actively look at where the character is. And they just do a subtle little movement of the head. The same way a cat would. Like, look at little Glaceon. Up there, down there. I'm enjoying interacting with Pokemon more than I thought. Oh, Sylveon fell asleep. Okay, cool. The amount of personality they put into these Pokemon and just the quality of the textures, you can see so much more on the alpha variants. I mean, Glaceon's pretty simple, but like Jolteon, like look at those spikes. Let's get really close to the camera at those spikes, man. That's how you can start your game with most. No, I did go over the Ice Stone. That's how you can start your game with all of the Eeveelutions in Pokemon Legends Arceus. I believe all of their dex entries just require you to use Baby Doll Eyes and the type move that they learn when they evolve, so it's very easy to fill out their dex entries, especially like use agile style baby doll eyes. You can just do that in one battle against the level 5 Shinx and you're good. Well guys, hope you found this video helpful. If you did, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button down below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and for more Pokemon Legends Arceus content, be sure to slam that subscribe button, literally annihilate it with your finger on your touch device, or just hurt your pointer finger clicking it. Okay, bye.